So I do notice that during the week, the food is different from the weekend.
Okay.
So I just want to understand, do y'all have a different plan for the weekend, or it's just a whole schedule?
No, it's a whole schedule. So it's 7 days. It's 7 days in the week, and people say that, and I had a couple students that kind of say weekends is kind of different a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I from time to time I do come up here for breakfast. I do come up for breakfast and eat brunch on Saturdays, and I do come in on Sundays and eat. I don't see a difference, but I think a lot of times what happens is there's some stations that's maybe kind of not watered down, but some stations may be kind of pulled to another station, because what happens is we may take the pizza station and may pull it over there with the grill. It's because there's not many students here on the weekend.
Okay.
So sometimes we consolidate stations, because the fact is we don't have that many, the population, the demand is not here on the weekends. There's not that many students here. So sometimes the dining hall, it doesn't seem as kind of full as it normally is.
So do you down your selection on the weekends?
No, we don't down it. We'll say, for instance, you may have pizza, like for instance, the pizza station is off on its own. So we may take that pizza station and add it to the grill station. And so now it looks kind of like the pizza station is like, right. And so when I came in Saturday, I saw that. So my suggestion was to the management team was, hey, let's open the pizza station. So keep the pizza where the pizza station
definitely.
at. Keep the grill where the grill is at. And so when I came in this past weekend, we actually set it up that way, and it kind of looked a little bit more full. And so the salad bar that's out in the outside, we keep that open. So I think that's going to change the perception a little bit. It doesn't look as closed. Now it's kind of look, it's still full in there. And I've been seeing that the last couple of weekends I kept coming in.
It is funny you mentioned the salad bar, because like there's so many mixed reviews. A lot of people love it. They think it's fresh and new, and definitely brings out the calf. And a lot of other people are just like, why?
Right.
Like, it takes up so much room in the dining hall, and it's just like it's the same thing that was in the dining area.
Right.
So I just want to understand how did that whole subject go of putting the salad bar in the
That's a
dining
great question. I think a lot of times what we did was, what we decided to do was, we knew that the university was growing, and we knew that there was more kids getting on the meal plan. And so what we decided to do was saying is, when you go into the server area where the home line and where the pizza station inside, where the drink station at, that place is getting very congested when it gets full. So our idea was to say, hey, let's take the salad bar out and may put it in the middle of the dining hall and give it more room inside. And so putting the salad bar is just phase one of the renovation. We're going to renovate.
Y'all are only beginning.
Right, we're only the beginning.
Okay.
So pulling that salad bar out and then the old salad bar will eventually go away, and that'll give it more room to roam inside the servery area, and we're going to kind of give it some more space in there. So moving the salad bar out is just phase one of the renovation piece.
Okay.
So I also, a lot of students, and then another thing, a lot of students was complaining about healthy options. So what we said was, hey, let's put a healthy option right in front of them. So when you walk in the calf, you can't complain about healthy options, because it's the first thing you say.
Right.
So we also want to promote healthy options.
Exactly.
Because there is a rise in African Americans and hypertension. And so we want to promote that. We want to promote healthy options, and we want to say, hey, here's that option for you. Here's a salad bar. Here's another healthy option for you. So that's one of the main things we want to do. We want to promote.
So speaking about nutrition, do you actually have the calorie intake and the nutrition information in the CAF?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do have it in there. When you walk in, there's a wall on the wall. So you walk into the server area, there's a wall up there that has all the food items in there and has a calorie intake. There's also, we have on our website, it has the calorie intakes also on the website. And I also sent out I actually sent out an app that you can download on your phone.
Right, I have seen that.
Right, you can download the app on your phone, and then you can actually look what we have on the menu, and then also look at what meals that we're serving, the calorie counts that you can also look in that as well.
Okay, that's definitely interesting for college. So we have Chicken Fried Wednesday, or Fried Chicken Wednesday, and we have Fish Fried Friday. All right, Fish Friday. Okay. Do you know where this concept came from? Because I know we are not the only school that does it. I just want to know, how did this come about?
You know what? That is a great question. I mean, that was when I was even in school.
Exactly.
Fried fish Fridays, Wednesday, Chicken Wednesday. I mean, that was when I was in school. And so I think it was just a tradition that it just started, and it just kind of stayed, and it kind of kept going and kind of growing. And it's
very popular.
It's very popular.
Right.
Aramark runs the Citadel down in Charleston, South Carolina. the students down there as well. It's fried chicken Wednesdays down there as well.
Okay.
That's a military school.
Okay.
And so that's fried chicken Wednesday. At some of my other schools that we actually had, we also. So I think it's just a tradition.
Yeah.
It's just always been a tradition. It just stayed there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere no time soon.
I hope it doesn't. I agree with it.
Right. So what we did add, once again, to promote healthy option, for on Fried Chicken Wednesday, what we did was we did give them the options of bake. So when you come in the dining hall, you can get the bake and you can get the fried.
That's definitely better.
Right. So we did start a new tradition here. We haven't did in the past. We're giving you the option to have baked chicken as well.
Definitely.
Right.
Okay. So for vegetarians, vegans, and all those other type of situations for students, how do you go about implementing that situation?
Well, in all our stations that we run, such as the pizza station, we have a vegetarian pizza that we always display at all given time. At the grill station, we have a veggie burger that you can always get at all given time. You just go up and ask the cook, hey, I would like a veggie burger. He cooks it for you. We don't keep it out because we don't have a real large population of vegetarians, but we do give you the option. That's all you got to do is let the grill cook know that, hey, I need a veggie burger. And he will prepare that veggie burger for you. And in the home line is where the home style cooked food is. We also always have a home style vegetarian option such as tofu, lo mein, always a vegetarian option there. And in our Pangeo station, our action station, there's always vegetarian options there as well. Okay,
so it definitely is there.
Oh, it's definitely there.
Is there do you do what type of variety? It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Okay, it always switches up.
It always switches up. You know, one day it may be tofu. The next day it may be lo mein.
Okay.
One day it may be a vegetable lasagna.
Now, I'm not a vegetarian vegan, but I love that vegetable lasagna.
So sometimes it'll be a vegetarian lasagna. Sometimes it may be a quiche. Sometimes a spinach quiche. And then on the salad bar, you have hummus. You have a salsa. And then, there's a lot of things on the salad bar that you can get as well.
Right, so it's definitely variety.
Oh, it's definitely variety.
Okay. Okay, so I know you have heard complaints about the taste, the quality of food. So that's why you are also here, just to clear that up. How do you feel about some of the students, and how do you want to make it better as an experience for them? Do you think?
Well, my thing is about the students, and I listen to the students, and I talk, and I actually I eat into the dining hall as well, because in fact, it's when I hear the complaints, I want to go in personally myself, and I want to dine and I want to eat in there, and I want to see where the majority of the complaints come from. And I think a lot of the complaints are coming from a lot of times is we have a lot of students. We have a lot of students as first time generation, and then we have a lot of students don't want to step outside of that box. And try new things, and they don't want to step out of their comfort zone and try new things. I think that's what a lot of our challenges is at. A lot of issues is, sometimes we may do spaghetti, but we may not do the spaghetti that the mother used to do spaghetti.
I was going to say, the freshmen are definitely coming out the home cooked meals.
So
they got to get used to it.
When you're comparing me, when you've been eating your mom food for 18 years, and then you're coming to eat my food for 6 months to a year, I'm not going to win that battle. So a lot of times, our parents used to cook food or prepare food to our liking. They used to add things to it or whatever to make us like food. Like prime example, I give you my mother, when I was growing up, my mother used to make burgers and she liked onions in them, but I didn't like onions, so she made my burgers with onions. So when I came to college, they didn't do that anymore. So I didn't have, so the challenge with me was I didn't like onions. So what I had to do was I had to begin to step out of my comfort zone and begin to try onions. And then when I tried onions, I never liked onions because of the way it smelled. And so that's why I never ate onions. So when I got out of my comfort zone and began to try onions, I began to try new things. And so I think what we have to challenge our students is step outside of their comfort zone and try things. I'm never going to, if you're going to compare me to your mother, I'm never going to win that battle. But do I feel comfortable and do I feel 100% stand behind the product that I serve as an alumni and as somebody that cares about the students? I feel 100% that I'm putting out a great product.
As you should.
And I dine and I eat with it. And we're not going to hit a home run every time. You're not going to go into the dining hall and
you're not going to experience every time.
It's experience every time. And so it's not going to be everything you like. Because sometimes, I even have a craving. Sometimes I may walk in the dining hall and I may have a craving for chicken Alfredo. And we may not have chicken Alfredo at the Pangio's. So I may be like, I don't want that in here today. It sucked to me today because it's something I was craving, but they didn't have it. So I can't the challenge is what a lot of people is, we cannot sometimes fix that craving that you're looking for and the desire that you have. And so what we do is, can I say that we put out a consistent quality of food? Yes. Can I say that there's a variety? Yes. And I think we need to educate our students, and even educate our students in asking what is variety and what is healthy option.
Exactly.
And then once we can understand what is variety to them, I think we have a foundation to begin the process of really getting what they need.
And I do believe the students need to understand that you can't meet everybody's needs. It's not going to happen.
Right.
But y'all are doing the best you can do. I understand that.
Right.
So I do want to talk, now that you mentioned the Pangea, I do want to talk about how sometimes there's certain selections that aren't open, especially the Pangea. Like, I remember one time in my experience, I went there and it was open about 3 days out the week. And I just wanted to know, do y'all have certain schedules or setups for them? Well, or sometimes they're just closed.
Well, we look at, once again, we look at the demand, and we look at the population, and we look at, we look at the demand.
Okay.
So usually we're open 5 days a week. Usually sometimes when we won't open during that time, we was having some equipment issues, and we kind of got that fixed a little bit. And then when that station is kind of out on its own, there was some mandates by the health department that we had to regulate and get fixed, and make sure that we could manage. And so once we get those individual things like that fixed, we can begin to operate over there. So sometimes the time, I can remember the times that it was closed, a lot of it, there was some equipment issues that now we got fixed. So now it should be open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Just a little sign, equipment issues would be.
Well, I got you. And I
just wonder. Well, Mr. LaKeith Stevenson, it was very nice having this conversation with you. Students, faculty, and staff, my name is Deanna Howell. Please visit the Kennedy Dining Hall and give your own opinion about what happened here today. Thank you again. My name is Deanna Howell, and this is Tea Talk.